Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Season AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. If you're joining us for the first time and you haven't subscribed to Season AY, please go straight ahead to Season AY on YouTube. Click subscribe, hit the notification button, and of course, give us a thumbs up. Here's how you go about doing that. So you go here, you subscribe, you hit the notification button, you give us a thumbs up. Help us reach more people. Leave a comment, share. As always, we urge you to please always share our broadcast. As you can see, there is a subscribe button just below me that you can see as I'm sitting here. There's the red button, subscribe, and notification button. Go ahead and do that. We really appreciate your support. What we want to do right now is we're going to go straight into this. First of all, I want to give kudos to Seun Okebaloye for really putting the lawmaker on the hot seat. Something Senator Karimi or something. Let's hear what he has to say, then we'll come back and dissect this properly. It's a few minutes long, but let's let's dissect it. We will do that and dissect it. So let's go ahead and do that now.
Spending 140 million. If I give you 140 million naira cash to take to your senatorial district, won't your people benefit from it?
Let me tell you, Sean. I don't want to go personal now. I don't want to go personal.
Nobody's asking
that same vehicle that you're talking of. Before coming to the National Assembly, I have vehicle that have bigger than that.
But this is Nigerian money.
So
Nigeria does not have money at the moment.
Exactly.
So 26 point something inflation rate, with over 34% of Nigerians unemployed.
Are we supposed
with
to,
over 134 million Nigerians multidimensionally poor? Is it sensitive that those who are supposed to represent the people go to Abuja and lavish themselves with luxury vehicle? Is that sensitive, Senator?
Are we supposed to do our oversight function trekking or going without vehicles?
Maybe you could have considered a more cheaper vehicles to get the job done. Maybe a car, maybe a sedan.
If I travel to...
Maybe a 25 million naira worth of sedan vehicle might do the job.
If I travel to my constituency with a car now, by the time I go 3-4 times, you know Nigerian roads.
Is that not an indictment on you, those of you who are in power?
What?
Those of you who are leaders in Nigeria today, is that not an indictment? That we have bad roads in the state, in your local government, in the senatorial district? Is that not an indictment on those of you who are in power?
It's a discussion for another day. You see the level of...
But Nigerians suffer for the inefficiency of those who are in power,
let me tell
Senator?
You, if you look at Nigerian roads all over the Federation, that we have a serious problem. Because nothing much has been done in the last few years. Most of our roads, they are terribly bad. In fact, the government cannot even have fund enough to work on those roads. We have to go back into a PPP, a private.
All the more reason why you should not be spending that much money on per car. But let's listen up.
Partnership arrangement where people can invest, toll those roads, and get their money in return. After it is done.
We'll find out whether or not what you are doing is illegal or what you're doing as a senator or as lawmakers in the eye of the law is right or wrong, or whether or not it's morally justified. But Section 84 of the Nigerian Constitution empowers RAMFAC to mandate or determine the salaries, allowances of public officials, including members of the National Assembly.
On that point that is raised there, let's go and look at Section 84 of the 1999 Constitution, because I like to bring context to things as well. You know, not just read it as saying, I want you to know, this is why we keep telling you we need to know what is in our Constitution. That Constitution is binding on all of us. We are sovereigns. We need to exercise those powers. We can hold them to account right now. So let's go into that section that we mentioned just now. Section 84. Yeah? So Section 84 states, there shall be paid to holders of the offices mentioned in this section such as remuneration, salaries, and allowances, as may be prescribed by the National Assembly, but not exceeding the amount as shall have been determined by the Revenue, Mobilization, Allocation, and Fiscal Commission. You see? Then it says the remuneration and salaries allowance payable to holders of the office so mentioned shall be a charge upon the consolidated revenue and of the federation. The remuneration and salaries are payable to the holders of the offices and their conditions of service and other than allowances shall be shared, shall be altered to their disadvantage after their appointment. So, I mean, it talks about so many things here. So, we just the reason I'm bringing this up. Let me just see if I can zoom in a little bit more quickly. I want you to just see 1 second. So I want you to just see, yeah. So you can see now that shall not be altered to their disadvantage after their appointment. Yes. So I understand that. So the point is making here, and the reason why I wanted to bring that up was it is important for us to really understand that there is we can actually question them about this because it says so. It states what should be happening in the Constitution. They are not. These people are not gods. They're not. So anyway, just wanted to just buttress the point he was making there. The statement he was making was based on the fact that of what is written in the Constitution. So Section 84(1), you can see it there. They shall be paid to holders of the offices mentioned in this section such remuneration, salaries, and allowances as may be prescribed by the National Assembly, but not exceeding the amount as shall have been determined by the Revenue, Mobilization, Allocation, and Fiscal Commission. So let's go ahead and listen now.
And this is what RAMFAC, based on the last published figure of the basic salary of a senator, it says that a senator earns 2-point-something million naira. Therefore, with that, a senator should be entitled to about 8.1 million naira worth of vehicle, which is about 400% of your basic salary. That is what the law under RAMFAC says, Senator. And for your colleagues in the lower chamber, their basic salary as last published was about 1.9 million. And you can draw a car loan to the extent of 7.9 million, but you can't exceed that. That is what the RAMFAC law says. But if you're buying a vehicle of 140 million naira, based on this, it says something is wrong.
I'm not even, don't forget that I'm not, I didn't tell you that I don't even know the figure as I'm talking to you, because it's not.
You can see that the lawmaker is in the hot seat. He can't even answer the question coherently. I don't even know the figure. Really? Citizens, we need to take control of the situation. Let me show you something before we go too far ahead. As you know, I always do here. I'm going to show you this. I need you to know it. This is the thing that you need to understand. As we're doing all of this, I never fail to bring this to your attention, because I always make sure I never miss the opportunity to bring this to your attention. I need you to be familiar with this. I need you to know it off head. And it states, it is hereby accordingly declared that sovereignty belongs to the people of Nigeria, from whom the government, through this constitution, derives all its powers and authority. Section 14.2a, of course, that's what I'm reading. 14.2c states, the participation by the people in the government shall be ensured in accordance with the provisions of this constitution. Our failure to participate in our governance is harming us. It is. And we have been conditioned to do that by successive government. It is time we woke up. We are bringing this information to you to be able to continue to hold your governors to account, to begin to hold your governors to account. You saw what happened at the courts yesterday. The politicians, they are not interested in what is happening to you on a daily basis. They're only interested in themselves. We as citizens must actively participate in our governance. It states so here. The participation by the people in their government shall be ensured in accordance with the provisions of this constitution. one of the provisions is that you are a sovereign. And with that power of sovereignty, you can question anybody. You can hold them to account. You can call them to meetings. That is what we are trying to get you to begin to do collectively, community by community, local government area by local government area. Let's proceed. Before I go too far ahead, actually, again, let me get you the other one that I wanted you to bring. I wanted to bring to your attention. So let us see. In Yoruba, I want you to have that in Yoruba as well. Of course, I would normally read in Yoruba first. Yoruba first in my own estimation. Here. Nípa báyìí ó ti kéde pé ìjọba jẹ́ ti àwọn èèyàn Nàìjíríà láti ọ̀dọ̀ ní tíjọba nípasẹ̀ òfin orílẹ̀-èdè gbogbo ara àti àṣẹ rẹ̀. That's section 42 in Yoruba. Now, the section 14(2)(c) states ìkópa àwọn èèyàn nínú ìjọba àwọn gbọ́dọ̀ rí dájú ní ìbámu pẹ̀lú àwọn òfin orílẹ̀-èdè. So, the reason I'm saying all of this is for us to know that these people will continue to exploit and oppress us until we exercise our collective powers of sovereignty. We must exercise those powers, and that's how I'm putting it on the screen. Let me take an opportunity to do something quickly right now. So not that one. I want to show you something here. Please go to www.citizenay.org. On there, you will find the Constitution of Nigeria in Yoruba. It will be 1999 ní èdè Yoruba. It is on that page right now. Please go there and share it. I urge you. This is really, what is going on is totally unacceptable. We need to begin to take collective action and address these issues. Please, subscribe, go on, join us on the Citizen AY on the website www.citizenay.org. Go there and check right now. You'll find it right there. So let's proceed again. Here we go.
My responsibility.
If you are buying a Land Cruiser, we've done our own research and I've given you a median of what it costs in the market right now. So we heard that the cost that National Assembly is getting is 160 million. But I've taken that figure and put it under the table. I've given you a 140 million. Prado is about 85 to 90 million naira. So let's assume that you're buying it at 140 million. No matter what the case may be, Senator, can you look Nigerians in the eye tonight and say what you are doing is sensible and appeal to the sensibilities of Nigerians who are poor, some of them who cannot even afford a food on their table tonight, some of them will go hungry without being able to provide for their families, some of them who are multidimensionally poor. Dollar to a naira is about 1,250, and we have our lawmakers buying this kind of vehicle. Is that right? Is that justifiable, Senator?
Sure. Is it only Nigerian senators and House of Rep members that are using?
What does it make it right if you're not the only one? I mean, and I'm not making any allegations against you, and I'm just saying that if anybody is caught doing something wrong, I'm not the only one doing it. Other people are doing it. Can I
ask you a question, Seun?
Go ahead, please.
Your MD, is it MD or the head of your this thing? Which type of vehicles are you using?
I use an SUV. That's why I told you.
SUV.
It's an SUV. I use a mini SUV based on the status of my role here, and that's why I do that.
Why didn't you buy Nigerian-made vehicle?
I have. My vehicle is produced here in Nigeria.
Which?
I use a GAC that was coupled in Lagos.
Well, how much did you buy?
It's a company. It's an official vehicle.
So, your company chose to buy you
official vehicle as a private organization, but you are a public officer, Senator, and that's why we are asking you tonight. He who comes to equity must come with cleaner. Senator, Nigerians are suffering. There's poverty in the land. Can you, for a moment, even jettison that idea to show Nigerians that you guys are committed to the plight of the poor people, that you cannot run government as usual? You are a member of the APC, a senior member of the APC. Can Nigerians trust the APC and the leaders of today that they really care about the people of this country?
You know, assembly, we talk of the same thing. Maybe as
action
as a local manufacturing plant develop, we may choose to patronize.
The GAC, in collaboration with the Lagos State government, just launched 2,000 vehicles. There is Innocent in Anambra State. There's another young man who is producing a vehicle that will be useful. If you say utility vehicle, there's another Nigerian, his name just skipped my mind right now. not NORD, is a Nigerian young man producing vehicle. And this set of people will look at you, who are supposed to be leaders of Nigeria. How disappointed do you think they would be in you?
We have not. I've just said that in future we would do, and surely as Nigerian manufacturing sector develop.
Senator, you know, a lot of Nigerians may not be happy with you guys right now. Are you aware?
You are seeing a lot of Nigerians. Nigerians are not seeing other people in the executive.
Is that the reason? Is that an excuse enough?
Same vehicle.
Is that an excuse
Why
enough?
are you guys picking on Nigerian?
Because you are the representatives of the people.
Yeah.
You are voted in office to feel the pain of the people.
Yeah.
But it doesn't look like you guys are feeling it, are you?
We're making a lot of sacrifice.
Including buying luxury vehicles.
Wow. Kudos Seun Okebaloye. Kudos to him. I have to say he asked all the right questions. In fact, there were some things I was going to ask. He covered it. And he even used himself an example using locally made cars. That's what must happen. You grow your economy by using what you produce in your own country. These people are charlatans. And they don't deserve to be in those offices. But unless we actively participate in our governance, if we're just saying, oh, God, come and help us, the government will do, they're not going to do anything for you. They won't. The government will not do anything for you. Begin to use these powers. I'm going to read it to you again. In Yoruba, this time. Nípa báyìí ó ti kéde pé ìjọba jẹ́ ti àwọn ènìyàn Nàìjíríà láti ọ̀dọ̀ ní tíjọba nípasẹ̀ òfin orílẹ̀-èdè ń gba gbogbo agbára àti àṣẹ rẹ̀. You ní ẹ bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí lo agbára àṣẹ àtagbára tẹni lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ báyìí. Ẹ bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí lò. Ìkejì, ìkópa àwọn ènìyàn níjọba wọn gbọ́dọ̀ rí dájú níbàámu pẹ̀lú àwọn òfin orílẹ̀-èdè yìí. Ẹ bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní lo agbára tẹni. Kò sí àní-àní nínú ọ̀rọ̀ yìí mọ́. Ẹ bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní lò. Now, let us read that in English because I wanted you to. I'm doing that in Yoruba first because I believe my mother tongue is first. We are Yoruba speakers speaking, so Yoruba has to come first, not English. Every time we do speak English first, we are actually putting our own language down. We need to speak our own mother tongue first. So, of course, we're going to translate it. 14.2c. Sovereignty belongs to the people of Nigeria, from whom the government, through its constitution, derives all its powers and authority. Section 14.2c, the participation by the people in the government shall be ensured in accordance with the provisions of this constitution. As you can see, from what Seun Okebaloye has been saying, he's been asking these people questions. And from what happened in the court yesterday, I told you yesterday, it doesn't matter. Tinubu, Atiku, Peter Obi, the governance will still be sucking out wealth from you until we collectively begin to exercise our powers of sovereignty, which is on the screen right now. Take a screenshot of this. Go to every single community. Begin to espouse, begin to let them know that they have the powers to hold those who they appoint to office. They have the powers to hold them to account. It is on our shoulders now, collectively. And I'm willing, I'm coming on a daily basis, reminding each and every citizen, all over 220 million, that you have the powers that you see on the screen. And I'm encouraging you to begin to use it. The politicians will make you empty promises. Nothing will come out of it. But when we begin to participate in our governance, using the powers on the screen, we will make a difference. We need to start collectively. We have been brainwashed to believe in prayers. Prayers are nothing. They are empty talk. The action we need is what you see on the screen. This constitution, as flawed as it is, gives us powers that we have not used in 24 years. Let us begin to use it. I want to say a huge thank you to Seun Okebaloye for asking those questions. He covered many of the areas that there's no point. It's self-explanatory, the questions he posed to the lawmaker. Let us remember the name of the lawmaker, because I want to really make sure we put that up, because I want to make sure people know his name. And Sunday Karimi, Senator Sunday Karimi is his name. He was not able to answer any questions coherently. Seun Okebaloye, he gets it that we must be using our locally made cars, locally made products, locally made oil, locally made everything locally made. That is how you grow your economy. And we have to force this upon them. As citizens, we have the power to demand that they use everything local. They are working for us. We demand that the cars, we have the right to demand that the cars that they're using must be purchased locally. The oil, our fuel must be produced locally. We have that power because of the section 14.2a, which I'm going to read in Yoruba again before I go ahead. 14.2a. Please remember this. Nípa báyìí ó ti kéde pé ìjọba jẹ́ ti àwọn ènìyàn Nàìjíríà láti ọ̀dọ̀ ìjọba nípasẹ̀ òfin orílẹ̀-èdè yìí ń gba gbogbo agbára àti àṣẹ rẹ̀. You have the power indeed to command those you are electing to office that you want them to begin to use locally made cars because they are working for you. They are answerable to you. They are answerable to you. Now, let us read that in English, just to, so to remind you, you have the power to command them. You collectively, you can, in your local government, you can call town hall meetings and you expressly tell the senators and the House of Reps, we forbid you from buying foreign cars. We are the people that you're serving. And you remind them, as they sit down in the meeting, you tell them, sovereignty belongs to the people of Nigeria, from whom the government, through this constitution, derives all its powers and authority. And as the sovereign, we tell you, we forbid you from buying foreign cars. We forbid you from importing foreign oil. You need to process our oil in our land and use what we have in our land. And make sure it makes the price of the oil cheaper. We need to begin to exercise the powers of sovereignty that we possess. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to leave it here. What are your thoughts on what you just heard? Please go to www.citizennetwide.org and you can see the Nigerian Constitution in Yoruba language. In fact, I'll even do one better before I go. For those of you who may not be familiar, I'm going to try and get that up for you right now so you can see it on the screen. So you see, there is the website there. Let me just quickly drop this down. I want you to see. See up there? See up here. You see? All you have to do, www.citizennetwide.org. You see that up there? Once you press that in, it brings you here. What I want you to do is to now go scroll up. You scroll up. You scroll up. You scroll up. Beg your pardon. I just want to make sure you get the right place. Sorry, I was scrolling up too far. I've gone too far up. So the one you need to see is this one. Beg your pardon. It'll come up. I think I've just went. Yeah, there we go. So you see there's a key there. There's a key. There's a symbol of a key. When you see the symbol of a key, above it is this what you need here. It will fill 1999 near the Yoruba. So you click on that. And then what comes up is what you see. It is in Yoruba. It is, we are still doing more translation. We've got up to section 53. So you can see the Nigerian Constitution in Yoruba language. We need you to begin to participate. And of course, section 14. Let's go to section 14, which is where we stopped. Interestingly enough, section 14. So here we go. So this is section 14 here, which you can see on the screen there. So that is it there, So I'm just showing you that it is there. Ìjọba jẹ́ ti àwọn ènìyàn Nàìjíríà láti ọ̀dọ̀ ìjọba nípasẹ̀ òfin yìí ń gba gbogbo agbára àti àṣẹ rẹ̀. You see that? Ìkópa àwọn ènìyàn nínú àwọn ènìyàn ní ìjọba wọn ni a gbọ́dọ̀ rí dájú ní ìbámu pẹ̀lú àwọn ìpèsè ti orílẹ̀-èdè. So you see that it's telling you in your language. You can hang on. Sorry. I was going too fast. Let me read that again. So you can see that is section 14 that you're seeing up there. That's section 14 right there. So the one I've just read to you now is there. It is what you see on the screen. So, and of course, you see it is, this is something that we do on Citizen AY to try and give you as much information as possible so that you can be part of the process. Don't wait anymore. So you can go down to that platform, www, it's on the screen, .citizennay.org. You can see what I'm seeing right now yourself. Go there, click it, use it in your community. This is for every single Yoruba person in all 8 states, and I will name them. Eko, Ogun, Oyo, Ondo, Ekiti, Osun, Kwara, Kogi. For all those 8 states, and for others who are in other states, you need to understand your constitution in your language. This is here for you, for Yorubas. This is free for you to use. And it tells you you can translate and read it for the market women, for the farmers, for the security guys, for the buka owners, for the vulcanizers, for the hairdressers, for the fridge sellers, for all of you who for the truck drivers. You have the constitution in your local language in Yoruba. take advantage of it. Begin to participate. It doesn't matter who is in government. It is your action in collectively taking action to hold them to account that makes a difference. We need to begin that process now. Download this. Go to www.citizenry.org and you can see this. And you can take a copy of it if you want. But it is on there for you. It is there for you to use and share in your community. The time for collective action is now. Ladies and gentlemen, you are watching Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth power. If this resonates with you, please do share. Thank you so much for watching. I'll be back later on. Don't forget, go to Citizen AY on YouTube and, of course, subscribe. Hit the notification button. Give us a thumbs up. Help us reach more people. You are, of course, watching Citizen AY. Subscribe to Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. I'll be back later on. I might be doing a live broadcast shortly. But please let us hear your views. Kudos to Seun for putting Senator Sunday Karimi on the hot seat, and he was unable to answer difficult questions, and that tells us these are the reasons why we must participate in our governance as citizens, as sovereigns, right now. Thank you so much for watching. You've been watching Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. The song that you hear behind me in the background, How Long Am I Going to Suffer? It's a song I wrote. It's on iTunes, it's on Spotify. How long am I going to suffer? Just type that in, download it. A couple of pence, help us. It'll help me to grow the platform. It'll help me to do a lot more work in terms of getting this information out. Because we need to do a process of teaching people how to exercise these powers. And there's a process, there's a plan that we've got in place, and we'll come and discuss it live at some point. But we'll never tire of talking about us exercising our powers of sovereignty on this platform and encouraging million others to begin to take that action on ground in Nigeria. And of course, the goal remains to go for Yoruba Nation. But to get there, we need you to participate in the process so that you can, for yourself, with yourselves collectively, collectively in your community, ensure that they insert in the Constitution the referendum clause that will now mean that we can now campaign for separation from Nigeria. We're not there yet. We need to participate in that process. Ladies and gentlemen, you are watching Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. I'll be back later on. Thank you and bye for now. Please do share. Thank you and bye for now.